Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the chilling world of Silent Hill 2 Remake. We're all familiar with the haunting atmosphere and psychological horror that made the original a classic, but the remake has taken things up a notch, especially when it comes to the boss fights. That's right, while the 7 iconic bosses are back, the battles have been reimagined to deliver a fresh and terrifying experience. In this video, we'll rank all of these boss encounters based on how enjoyable they are, taking into account how different they feel from the original game, their difficulty levels, and of course, their scariness. So, whether you're a longtime fan of the franchise or a newcomer stepping into the fog for the first time, we've got you covered. From the heart-pounding tension to the strategic gameplay, these boss fights promise to keep you on the edge of your seat. Get ready for some intense battles and spine-tingling moments as we explore what makes each fight unique and how they contribute to the overall fear factor of the game. Let's jump right in and see which bosses come out on top. I'm quickly moving on to the video and I'm ranking bosses in Silent Hill 2 Remake. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of tier list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching.
My friends, only 0.1% of viewers subscribe. If you like this type of content, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you in advance for your support.
The bosses in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Mandarin and Pyramid Head. Alright, let's dive into the terrifying world of Silent Hill 2 and its iconic bosses. You might think you've seen it all, but trust me, the scares just keep coming. We're about to unravel 2 of the most memorable encounters, the chilling Mandarin and the infamous Pyramid Head. So grab your flashlight and let's get into it. First up is the Mandarin, a creature that has a knack for turning your stomach into knots. Imagine walking through the eerie corridors of Lakeview Hotel when suddenly you hear the unsettling sounds of something crawling on the ceiling. Yep, that's the Mandarin for you. This little nightmare isn't just chilling on the ground, he takes his horror game to a whole new level by scuttling along the walls and even bursting through them like he owns the place. It's enough to make anyone's heart race. But here's the kicker. While the Mandarin might give you the heebie-jeebies, he's not as tough as he seems. The battle against him can actually be one of the easier fights in the game. Sure, he's got a couple of attacks that can catch you off guard, but with a little practice, dodging them becomes second nature. Plus, the fact that this mini-boss was exclusive to the remake adds a unique twist to the experience. It's like getting a bonus round that wasn't in the original game, and that's pretty darn cool. Now, let's shift gears and talk about the heavyweight champion of horror himself, Pyramid Head. This guy isn't just a boss, he's a legend in the Silent Hill universe. You'll often find him lurking around, but the showdown in Blue Creek's apartment is where things get real. The concept of this battle is straightforward, and it revolves around one core strategy: dodge and attack. Just keep moving and aim for either his imposing body or that infamous helmet of his. Easy, right? Well, not quite. Don't let his fearsome presence fool you. This fight is more of a warm-up than a true challenge. Pyramid Head is designed to intimidate rather than obliterate. Your goal here isn't necessarily to defeat him, but to survive the encounter, which adds an interesting layer of tension. Just picture it, running circles around him, desperately trying to avoid those deadly swings while feeling like you're in a twisted game of tag. It's a heart-pounding experience that leaves you breathless, and honestly, it's a great way to build up your confidence for the tougher battles ahead. So, whether you're creeping through Lakeview Hotel facing the spine-chilling Mandarin or outsmarting the relentless Pyramid Head, Silent Hill 2 keeps you on your toes. These encounters are not just about the fights, they're about the experience, the atmosphere, and the thrill of survival. So, what's your strategy? Are you ready to tackle these iconic foes? Let me know in the comments. The bosses in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Fleshlip and Dual Pyramid Heads. Alright, let's dive into the twisted, fog-filled world of Silent Hill 2, where the nightmares really come alive. Today, we're tackling 2 of the most terrifying bosses you'll face, Fleshlip and the Dual Pyramid Heads. Buckle up, because this ride is anything but smooth. First up is Fleshlip, a boss that's equal parts grotesque and fascinating. In the remake, this fight has seen a complete overhaul, and trust me, it's something you don't want to miss. Picture this. Fleshlip is hanging from the ceiling, lurking like a grotesque spider, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. The strategy? You'll want to aim for its hands. It's all about blasting away at those limbs while dodging its attacks. When it finally drops to the ground, that's your golden opportunity to unleash some serious damage. The adrenaline is pumping and every shot counts, making this an edge-of-your-seat encounter that's sure to stick with you long after the credits roll. Now, just when you think you've got Fleshlip figured out, it morphs into a spider-like monstrosity in the second phase. I mean, come on, this transformation cranks the horror factor up to 11. As if the first part wasn't tough enough, this new form comes at you with a barrage of unsettling attacks that will keep you on your toes. The stakes are high, and if you thought you were scared before, just wait until you see what this creepy crawly can do. It's a fantastic example of how the remake really takes the essence of the original fight and elevates it to a whole new level. But hold on to your sanity, because things only get crazier from here. The final showdown pits you against not one, but two pyramid heads in the otherworld of the Lakeview Hotel. Yep, you heard that right, double trouble. These iconic figures are not just tougher to beat, they're also faster and more aggressive than ever. Trying to escape their relentless pursuit feels like a real-life nightmare, and it will definitely test your skills. To survive this harrowing encounter, you're going to want to bring your A-game. Weapons like the hunting rifle are crucial, but don't forget the importance of dodging. Timing is everything when it comes to avoiding their powerful attacks. It's a delicate dance of survival. One misstep, and you could find yourself on the receiving end of a brutal hit. Staying calm and collected will help you manage the chaos as you whittle down their health. Both of these boss fights are excellent examples of how remakes can breathe new life into classic horror. They amplify the dread, while still honoring the originals in a way that fans will appreciate. So, whether you're facing Fleshlip's twisted transformation or trying to outmaneuver the lethal duo of Pyramid Heads, Silent Hill 2 keeps delivering nightmares that are as memorable as they are terrifying. Grab your controller and get ready for a spine-chilling experience. The bosses in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Mary and Abstract Daddy. Now, let's dive into the heart of Silent Hill 2 and talk about two of the most intense boss encounters, Mary and Abstract Daddy. Trust me, these fights are not just tests of skill, they're emotional roller coasters that leave a lasting impression. First up is the climactic showdown against Mary, James's late wife. Imagine the emotional weight of battling a grotesque version of someone you loved. It's not just about dodging attacks, it's about confronting memories and regrets. The fight starts off feeling like an adrenaline-pumping version of the Fleshlip encounter. You'll be dodging her swift strikes and leaping attacks while trying to find openings to retaliate. And just when you think you've got the hang of it, Mary transforms into this terrifying spider-like creature. It's like the game is saying, did you really think this would be easy? Her speed is no joke, and if you're not on your toes, she'll catch you off guard. Thankfully, you can unleash a flurry of bullets without worrying about ammo. Who doesn't love a good old bullet fest when facing a nightmarish version of your spouse? Switching gears, let's talk about Abstract Daddy. Oh boy, if you thought Mary was intense, this guy takes the cake. The redesign has really cranked up the creep factor, and the setting adds to the claustrophobia of the encounter. Picture this, narrow hallways, dim lighting, and the unsettling sound of Abstract Daddy lurking around every corner. You can practically feel the tension in the air as you maneuver through this harrowing space. The variety in his attacks keeps you guessing, which is just as terrifying as it is thrilling. You'll find yourself constantly on the move, dodging, ducking, and trying to find a chance to strike back. What makes this fight stand out is its length and complexity. This isn't just a quick brawl, it's a drawn-out struggle that pushes your nerves to the limit. The anticipation of his sudden attacks can leave you breathless. One moment you're trying to catch your breath, and the next you're sprinting for your life. It's a fantastic way to ramp up the horror and really immerse you in the experience. You're not just fighting a boss, you're trying to survive a nightmare. And let's not forget the atmospheric details that enhance both encounters. The revamped graphics in Silent Hill 2 really bring these moments to life. You can see the twisted designs of Mary and Abstract Daddy, which only adds to the dread. Every swing, every leap, every moment feels heightened. The fear isn't just in their attacks, but in what they represent in James's psyche. It's brilliantly crafted storytelling through gameplay. In conclusion, both Mary and Abstract Daddy encapsulate what makes Silent Hill 2 a masterpiece of horror gaming. These fights aren't just about mechanics, they're deeply intertwined with the story and emotions of the characters. Whether you're facing the haunted memories of a lost loved one or grappling with a terrifying manifestation of your fears, these boss battles will stick with you long after the credits roll. So, grab your flashlight and get ready for a chilling experience, because in Silent Hill, the monsters are more than just enemies, they're reflections of our deepest fears. The bosses in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Eddie. Let's talk about Eddie Dombrowski, because honestly, he's not just your average boss fight, he's a whole vibe. While most encounters in Silent Hill 2 have you running for your life from terrifying monsters, Eddie throws us as a curveball by making us chase him down. Imagine sprinting through the fog, frantically trying to line up your shots while he disappears like a magician. His constant banter adds a chilling layer to the chase, turning the whole encounter into a nail-biting experience. Seriously, there's something about Eddie that just makes him stick in your mind, even though he's technically the only human antagonist in the game. Now, if you think the first phase is intense, just wait until the fog rolls in during the second phase. Suddenly, everything becomes a chaotic dance on conveyor belts as Eddie becomes even harder to track. You've got this thick mist obscuring your view, making it feel like you're playing hide and seek with a guy who's way too good at sneaking around. And let's not forget how dangerous he is. One wrong move and you're on the receiving end of a brutal pistol whip or a bullet that'll send you straight back to the last save point. It's a heart-pounding battle where you have to stay alert or risk getting taken down before you even know what hit you. What really makes Eddie's encounters stand out is this perfect blend of difficulty and psychological horror. You're not just fighting a boss, you're facing a twisted reflection of your own fears. His eerie presence and the way he toys with you throughout the fight make it unforgettable. Honestly, if I had to pick a favorite boss fight in the game, Eddie would take the crown without a doubt. It's a thrilling mix of horror and adrenaline that really captures what Silent Hill is all about. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.